In this video, we're going to go over an additional topic of host hardening, specifically referring to centralized PC security management. So first of all, as a reminder, Active Directory is a way to manage users and what they have access to. So we have a domain controller that's associated with this Active Directory that is going to manage our group policy objects. Now, group policy objects allow us to assign what certain users can and cannot do on their specific device. So what's going to happen is this controller is going to push out those policies out to the general client PCs, to the mobile client PCs, to web servers, to mail servers, to any other servers that we have in our directory that we need to manage those settings. So the local group policy editor looks like this. So when we push out those group policy objects, we can enforce these settings on every single device. So as you can see here, we have administrative templates that we are going to specifically look at the start menu and taskbar. So there are plenty of things that we can remove from here. Some of these are immediately removed. Some of them we actually have to log out and then log back in or restart the computer to be able to make those settings permanent. So what I want you to do is explore the local group policy editor and disable or enable at least 3 policies and test the change. Make sure that you remember what you've changed and that you reset it back to what it is. Otherwise, you will have essentially blocked yourself from using whatever you disable. So here is my local group policy editor. What I'm going to do is go to administrative templates, and then we'll start with the start menu and taskbar. So one thing here is disable context menus in the start menu. If I double click this, it actually tells me exactly what this policy does. So if I enable this policy, this basically is going to disable right click in my start menu. So I'll go ahead and click OK, hit the Windows key, and right click on some of these icons, and nothing happens. Just to show you that this did work, I will set it back to not configured, click OK. Hit the start menu, right click, and you can see that there is my right click context menu working again. The next one I'm going to show you is remove and prevent access to shutdown, restart, sleep, and hibernate commands. So if I hit the Windows key, normally this has restart, shutdown, and sleep. So what I'm going to do is just double click this and check this to enabled. Make sure you read the settings so you understand what the difference is between enabled and disabled. Click apply. And OK, and then click on this, and now it says there are no power options. So before I forget to do this, I'm going to change this back to not configured. Click apply and OK. And then one other one that I want to show you is on the desktop. So on the desktop, there's one that allows me to remove the recycling bin icon. So I'm going to go ahead and double click this. Now, as you read it, the last thing says you must log off and then back on for the recycling bin to disappear. So even if I enabled it right now, nothing would happen. All right, finally, we're going to cover protecting data on client devices. So first of all, you'll want to back up in case something happens to your data. You have a way to restore it back to how it was before the thing happened, such as a ransomware attack, because you definitely don't want to pay for ransomware because there's no guarantee in getting your data back, and you're supporting these criminals to engage in further ransomware behavior. We want to limit what can be stored on the devices. Additionally, we want to use encryption to ensure that as we transmit data across the network, nothing can be interpreted. We want to use strong passwords, and we want to audit the policies that we enforce.